What's up, fun seekers? My name is Burke, and in today's video I'm going to be eating only what I catch for the next 24 hours. But stick around for the whole video because it's not just trout on the menu today. Ooh. Fish on! Fresh mountain air. I got the lake behind me. I've got the forest. I've got a creek down here. I can't think of a better place to do a 24-hour eat only what I catch challenge. I would also like to introduce you to Ruby, my Labradoodle. Come on down. She's gonna be my companion for the next 24 hours while we look for something to eat. So I'm just gonna follow this trail, see what insects or plants or mushrooms we can find along the way. Just stumbled across this. That's pretty cool. Man, I'll tell you, how fun would it be to take an inner tube and just go all the way down that thing. Well, I was afraid this was gonna be the case, but I just unearthed a giant earthworm. I wasn't really hoping to find one of these. I was kind of hoping to find a grasshopper, but these are edible. Let's clean them off a little bit. I don't want all the rocks and pebbles. Look how big that thing is. Just a big, disgusting worm. He looks like a club. All right, well, I said I was hungry, so let's get to eating. Yeah. Oh. Tastes like dirt. And boogers. Let's catch some more of those. So these right here, at least here in Idaho, we call these cattails, and they're edible, at least the base is. So let me show you. Come over here and just grab it at the base, pull it out, and this part right here is edible. Tastes like cucumber. See what else we can find here. So check this thing out. This right here is natural artesian water. So it's actually flowing right out of the mountain. You can kind of see it here, and it's kind of just dripping right over here. But what someone's done is they've installed this pipe so that you can access the water a little bit easier. But that comes straight out of the mountain. You can just drink it right out of this. So all of the water that I'll be drinking on this trip will actually be coming out of this. I'll be foraging my water too, so let's get one more sip of that. Then I also brought my jug. You can just fill that up. This hydro jug is actually my wife's. I don't know how happy she's gonna be when she finds out I've been drinking out of this after I ate that earthworm. But it sure is fresh and it's good. So we got these jumbo ants here, if I can catch them. These guys right here. Oops. You can see there, he's got these crazy looking pinchers. And these guys actually pack a pretty powerful bite. But these guys too are also edible, so we'll go ahead and eat that. Tastes like sour Skittles to me. Well, it's been about an hour and a half of foraging. I'm glad I was able to curb my hunger with some worms and ants, some fresh artesian water, but I am ready to get out and do some fishing and get some real food in my system. So I will see you guys out on the water. Welcome to the boat. We are trolling today for some rainbow trout. I've got 2 rods set up right now. I've got this one set up with a rainbow trout Rapala. I'll put some images on the board for you. And then there's a Dodger or Flasher about 8 inches above that. And that's hooked up to the downrigger about 5 feet. And then depth-wise, this one over here is the exact same. Dodger is the exact same. Only difference on this one is that it's got, I actually don't know what it's called. I think it's called a Super Duper, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the real name for it. But it's like a spinner. I'll put an image on the board or on the screen as well for you. I'm going about 1.6 miles per hour, and with a little bit of skill and a lot of luck, we just might catch some fish. That looks like a bite right there. Got one. First fish of the day. That did not take long. Nice. Get over here. Rainbow trout. Nothing to write home about, but it's food for tonight. I can't be picky tonight. This is the only thing I have to eat tonight. Any fish is a good fish. We're gonna bonk him in the head, get that line back out there. Fish. Oh yeah, that's a fish on. The only problem with getting a fish and having one of these manual steering trolling motors is you gotta keep steering while you're bringing fish in. I can't tell you how many times I've almost run into the bank just from forgetting to steer. It's a nice fish. Just making sure my other rod doesn't have something on it. There we go. I might need the net for this. Oh my. You know what? No, I'm not mad, because that was a horrible net job, so I deserve that. I do. If I was on the boat and somebody else tried to net it like that and lost it, I wouldn't feel bad for them, so I don't feel bad for myself. This line's acting funny, and I'm wondering if I have a small fish on. Yeah, there's a fish on. It must be really small, because I noticed that the rod was just kind of barely jiggling. It's actually not a bad sized fish. Knowing what's at stake, I think that I am gonna keep this one. Oh, no. Oh, that was lucky. Okay, let's bash this dude on the head. There it is. Again, nothing huge, but considering that this is the only thing I have to eat tonight, I'll take it. Oh gosh, I almost just lost my rod. The clip on this downrigger is brand new, so it's so hard to get my line out of it. Fish is on though. I've actually lost a rod on this exact lake before. He's not big, we'll net him. This guy, I'll probably end up letting go because I already have food for tonight. I could use it for tomorrow, but I feel like that would be cheating. I should probably have to fish again tomorrow. There he is. All right, little buddy. Actually, let's let him out on this side. Let's go back out. Well, it's been pretty slow for about an hour, and it's starting to get a little chilly, so I think that's a good sign to head back in and start cooking up some fish because I'm starving. Okay, back at camp. This is what I'm sleeping in tonight. Probably just gonna set up my hammock somewhere over here, and then I'll put a little tarp over myself. Ruby will sleep in the truck, and then I'm gonna cook up some trout. I'm starving. Camp is all set up. It's nothing fancy, but it's home. Now that I got a fire going, it's time to take this away from camp and go fillet it up real quick. 1 egg. And some buttermilk. Add a little bit of that in there. Unfortunately, I should have kept at least 3 of those fish instead of 2, because while I was filleting them, I walked away and Ruby ate one of my fillets. So now I've only got 3 very small fillets. But the good news is, it's good pink meat, so it should taste really good. So I'm gonna take these fillets and just throw them in there for now. Dunk those up pretty good. Just got some regular white flour. Throw that in there. Won't need much since I only have 3 small fillets. And I've got some of this Louisiana Cajun seasoning. And I'm gonna go pretty heavy on the seasoning so that I get a good flavor out of my trout today. Then the last ingredient is this Trader Joe's maple syrup. Nah, just kidding. That's actually olive oil. So I'm gonna throw this in the skillet and fry up some fish. I needed this container because I didn't have anything else to put it in. Got a good coal going in there, so I'm gonna throw just a couple of those on like that. And we'll take the oil And we're gonna go pretty heavy on the oil here. Okay, oil's pretty hot, so we're gonna take just some of these fillets and just douse them in the flour. Then we can take these fillets, just throw them in there. Look how good that looks. Golden brown. Oh, I'm starving. I know it might seem hard to believe since I had that earthworm earlier today, but take a look at that. Perfectly golden brown. Let's give it a try. I know I've said it before, but there is nothing better than hot food on a camping trip, especially when it's a little chilly outside. That is so good. It's kind of got KFC vibes going to it. That's finger licking good. Well, aside from the fact that there wasn't very much, dinner was good. I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep. Tomorrow I'm gonna go back out fishing. I don't plan on eating breakfast. I don't know how good trout would be for breakfast, but we'll hopefully catch some more fish tomorrow, cook it up for lunch. So I will see you tomorrow morning. Welcome back to the boat on this absolutely gorgeous morning. I might be a little biased because I live here, but there's no doubt that Idaho is one of the most beautiful places on this planet. Let me show you what I mean. Well, now that you've seen a little bit of Idaho, let's get to fishing. It's going to be the same setup as yesterday. The only difference is on this rod I swapped out the super duper spinner with, I don't know what they're actually called, but I call them frog legs. I'll put an image on the screen for you. Look at the fish. Come on. There we go. That is lunch today. Hooked him right on the gill. That's awesome. First fish of the day right there. I won't complain. There's a fish right there. Not bad. Rainbow trout. That is a feisty fish right there. Let's get him off the hook Keep them in the boat. And there it is right there. Second one of the day. Well, the fishing has slowed down for the last hour, so I think I'm gonna head back and cook up some fish for lunch. Back at camp, let's cook up some fish. Gonna throw in a little butter. And we got one of the biggest fillets. All I've done is just gutted it, taken off the head. I'm just gonna throw that whole thing in and then season it with some of that Cajun seasoning. Since there's hardly any meat back here on the tail and it's not fitting in the pan very well, I think I might just cut that off. Take a little bit of that seasoning. We'll get a little bit inside. Hear that sizzle? This thing's ready. Oh no, where's my blue tray? Ha! Just kidding, it's right there. Blends in with the table. All right, this thing's ready. And I gotta tell you, there's nothing better than fresh trout caught earlier in the day. And I have not eaten anything at all today, so I am especially hungry. Let's put a little extra seasoning right on top here. Now, the nice thing about trout is you can actually eat the skin and the scales with the meat. That is so good. It's got a good buttery flavor, and then you can really taste that Cajun seasoning because I really loaded up on it. Personally, I think the skin's the best part because it gives it a good crunchy flavor or a good crunchy texture. Let's see if Ruby wants some. Oh yeah. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for joining me on this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I will see you guys on the next video.